Oh, it actually feels good to be able to lift my own body, and definitely want to do the squats. But the thing is, you got to stretch and make sure you're doing correctly. I go to the gym now, and when I see these young kids, by young kids, I mean 20s and 30s, and they're still lifting this gigantic weight, making those noises. Like, did you just blow out your back or did you have an orgasm? You know those people? Ah! I remember telling you guys, the best one I ever heard was there was a guy, like, I don't know, 20 years ago, and I was at a New York sports club on the Upper East Side, and there was a guy who used to come in there dressed like Ken Patera. And if you don't know who Ken Patera is, look him up. Blonde perm with a headband and sunglasses. All right? Looking like that dude that was built like that dude that kept fouling Robbie Benson in that basketball movie with the guy from The Godfather Part 2. Remember that guy? I don't like your kind with your oily skin, your greasy hair. That guy, he was the coach in that movie. That was a good movie, that Robbie Benson movie. What was that coach? What did he say? You can take that scholarship, you can stick it with a red hot poker. A red hot poker. Anyway, this guy used to come in, right? And he had the short shorts. He had the Ken Patera fucking build with the fucking beautiful noodle blonde hair and a headband. And he had these glasses that were like shaded. And he would go in and when he would fucking put up his weight, this is the noise he'd make. He'd go, yeah, yeah, yeah. And the best one was when he never had anybody spot him. So that last one he was squeezing out, he would go, yeah. You could hear it through the whole fucking gym. And every once in a while, I would catch some other dude's eye, and we would just start cracking up laughing. But nobody ever said a word to that guy. Because that guy had, he was on, Lal Alzado shit. Like, that guy, if you said anything to you, he would literally tear your arm off like a fucking chimpanzee. So anyway, I'm in the gym, and I see these guys. You know those guys that do that dumb shit where they bench with, like the 120-pound dumbbells, and they got to put them on their knee and then do, that fucking donkey kick to get it up? Like, I can't even tell you how fucking stupid it is to do that. You are going to be I didn't even do that shit. Look what happened to me. I am doing that thing going we have the same fucking, genetics. I am doing that old person thing where what happened to me is going to happen to you. I'm just saying, you can keep yourself tight. I've learned this now. You can do just lightweight. You don't have to even do high reps. You just have to do it. Just prevent shit from sliding. Listen, people, don't end up like me, okay? Oh, speaking of me, which is a ginger, I am 3/4 of an albino. I'm an honorary. I could show up at an albinos only party, and when they look through the door, I could be like, "Come on, can't do it for one more time for old time's sake." Like Abe Vigoda in the first Godfather. That's 2 Godfather references in the first 12 minutes. See, people, you're not going to get that with these other podcasts. They're going to talk about movies that people actually saw, as opposed to me, who's going to talk about shit from fucking 50 years ago. I wonder if the Godfather movies to young people is like me saying you should watch, Gone with the Wind. Just that whole idea of the mafia and all that. I think now they just look at it you mean corporations? Aren't they doing that now? But all that shit they arrested all those Italian guys for now is legal? Isn't that what's happening? I don't know. So anyway, we had a tropical fucking storm out here. I want to say we're in the eye of the storm right now. Was the heaviest was supposed to be at 4 o'clock. It's now 6:16 Pacific Coast time, August 20th. I think it's starting to die down. I went full on fucking dad mode. That's what you do as a dad when you know there's a storm coming. Even if you can't fix anything, you're going to go outside and do something. You know, you're going to move something around, get these out of here, and fucking put that in the garage. I said, put it in the garage. You have no idea what's coming. I got the Weather Channel on. Don't ask questions, just do it. You know, you go into fucking general... Actually, I didn't do that. I was outside all by myself. I got up on the roof, and I, got the fucking trees and shit, so I was just brushing all of this shit off of the roof. Any little pile of something, making sure all the drains, all the gutters were cleared out. Total fucking dead. Hey, there's a storm a-coming. Batten down the hatches, right? And then we have the drains, and I made sure that all of those things, thank God I fucking cleared those things out. It's just unreal how much just like dirt and shit gets in them because it never rains out here. So they just, over the months they just fill up with sand, dirt, and God knows what else is flying around in the fucking air out here. So I cleared all of that out, and I got to tell you, the water came down, rolled off the fucking roof, into the gutters, down the spout, round the fucking driveway, off the fucking property. And you think my wife said thank you? Do you think even for a second she went like, wow, you risked breaking your own fucking neck to get some goddamn pine needles off of the fucking roof? She had nothing to say. Well, I can tell you right now, I'm gonna bring it up tonight. Do you have any idea what I did for this family? She'll just laugh and roll her eyes and be like, oh, Jesus. No, that's my job. I do the meathead shit. My wife is the brains of the operation. She plans shit. And makes my life great. She anticipates. The great ones anticipate, and then they create space or whatever the fuck else they say. And keeps it smooth. Speaking of which, I remember last time I was doing Sam and Jim's show. Jim and Sam. Jam and Sim. Their show there on Sirius. And Jim Norton was talking about edging. And I was like, what is edging? And he goes, that's when you're like having sex and right before you're going to have an orgasm, you stop. And then you wait for it to calm down, and then you get yourself, and you keep doing that, and evidently, you do it enough times and your orgasm is more intense. I mean, who needs a more intense orgasm? Orgasms are pretty intense, but afterwards, don't touch it, right? Isn't that enough? No. Got to go, these people, they got to go further. And I found it hilarious and then fascinating that he was talking about that stuff. So I found the sports version of edging. As far as a team, I'm going to give you guys a hint. A team won a championship it was 13 years ago. They won a championship. They won it. And about 5 people realized they won it, and everyone else was sort of celebrating. You guys know what this is. Because the 5 guys that were on the ice, who was it on the ice? It happened in Philadelphia. The Filthy Flyers were in the finals, trying to break a fucking 35-year drought at that point. Patrick Kane comes down in overtime. They're up 3-2 in front of a hostile crowd at the Spectrum. No, the Wells Fargo Center. He fucking, somehow, an impossible angle, scores a goal, and the puck goes into the net and went underneath the little apron thing, so no one could see it. But he knew it went in. By the way, that goal, if it's real, which it was, broke a 50-year drought? 50-year drought for the Blackhawks. So all of Chicago is ready to have a sports orgasm, and nobody is signaling that it's a goal. But fucking Patrick Kane is fucking skating down the ice with the jazz hands going, it's fucking in. He goes to hug his goalie, who made an insane blocker save at the end of the third period, where he was falling, he was dead to rights, and he launched himself towards the shooter, fucking cheese box, right off of it. Fucking amazing, right? So he scores the fucking goal, and then it took him 3 minutes, and then they confirmed that it was in fact a goal. But the fact that all of Chicago in Blackhawk Nation, the second it crossed the goal line, didn't all get to fucking at the same time. I mean, there's never going to be a more anticlimactic overtime goal to win a Stanley Cup and to end a 50-year drought ever.